Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello. Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
Welcome to another episode of I'm Fine, We're Fine, Fuck. I just want to say you can tell that we're missing somebody. As you know, Mary has 4 children and 3 of them are in a lot of competitive or sports and stuff. So tournament season is happening. So she will be popping in and out of our podcast here and there because she'll be at tournaments. So screw you, Mary, for leaving us high and dry. No, we could have lied. We could have said she was away somewhere warm and tropical.
That would have been nice.
Yeah.
That would have been nice.
Yeah.
So today we didn't really have too much, but we thought we would talk about things your mom often keeps to themselves or never talks about with anyone else. So like could be like just anything like personal sacrifices she's made, fears, physical discomforts of motherhood, like crying over pregnancy news or enduring pain from a child's, actions, like, when you're a little kid and you pull their hair, you've pulled your mother's hair or something, just things like that. We just thought it'd be interesting to find out what everybody now having had our own children and gone through a lot of it and stuff. What are things that you have endured, I guess, that you never, I guess, talk about with anyone else?
Yeah, true. Well, I think worrying about your kids all the time, no matter how old they are, as ours are now all teenagers.
Sleepless nights
Yeah.
of being worried.
Constant
worrying.
worry.
Yeah.
Even when they
Yeah,
get there.
waiting.
First of all, when you have to pick them up, you worry. But then now that they're driving, most of them, you worry more.
Yeah.
And never being at full peace when they're out of the house, really. Right?
Yes.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
like when they're home,
you're
I'm so
right.
happy.
That one, Yes, like yesterday I had that moment
That's
where
awesome.
because normally they're out or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
right? And Gabby's back at university and
Yeah.
stuff. And but yesterday I had a moment where I was sitting there going, "Oh, okay, wait. Everyone's home.
Yeah.
There's nobody out. Everyone's here. Okay." And I could I felt
Yeah.
like, okay, I took a
It's
deep
different.
breath. I'm good now. Okay.
That's really
Yeah.
nice.
Like it's
Yeah. I think it's happened to me once over this Christmas holiday that all the kids were home. All the kids, I only have 2,
yeah.
but they were both. And I
Yeah.
thought, oh my God, it's so nice. I don't have to wait. I could go to sleep at a nice time. I don't have to stress because it is that peace.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's having that peace.
Because Trina's usually. I think it was just one night that they were both home, and I thought either working or either out or whatever. You still worry, right?
Yeah.
Until they get
Do you
in the
think
door.
you'll ever do you think it'll ever get better though? Like, because I sit there, like sometimes I have such anxiety over it, like that, they're driving and stuff, and they're out and about and all that.
Especially
So when they walk in the door, I'm like, oh, okay, they're home.
Yeah.
And then I always wonder, okay, when they am I
I'm
ever
like that
going
too.
to
Like, do you mean
feel
like when they get
peace?
married? Are you going to be?
Like, that's what I'm saying. Am I ever going to feel peace?
I
That
don't
they're
know.
like
I think
that?
it's
Am I always
it
going to think
lessens
this
the
way?
worriness.
But
Because even when we were married,
Yeah.
if we went out, whatever, with you guys,
Yeah.
whatever, my mother would always say, call me when you get back. I just want to make sure you guys are home. It's not that worrying like it is.
Yeah.
You're a teenager out on the road with your friends.
You
You
never
know,
stop worrying.
you can make foolish decisions. But still, when we were
Yeah.
like when we were
We were
married,
married, yeah.
she would say, "Okay, you call me when you get home." Then,
Yeah, my mom would.
Yeah.
Still now, we'll go out.
Yeah.
And I'm 50.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
still now, if she knows, she's like, okay, have a good time. Just be careful.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Like there's
See?
always that kind
Yeah.
of thing. But I'm just like, because I just feel like sometimes it's
It's a lot.
it's
But
a
it takes
lot.
over,
Like it takes over.
Yeah.
I
Like,
find it more with the weather too. Now
that too.
I'm like, you're not
That-
going out in this
that too.
blizzard and there's nothing outside,
Yeah.
right? And they're like, we're fine. I'm like, oh, and I get anxiety.
Yeah.
Just because I've had accidents
Yeah.
and I get nervous, right? You guys
But see,
know
but
that.
then I'm the opposite. So I have that, but then I feel like also in the summer, then I feel a lot anxious, even though
Me
there's not
too,
weather.
Me
I
too.
just feel like there's a lot more people on the road.
Mm,
Oh,
yeah.
it's summer. Let's have a good
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Everyone's got this attitude. I feel like of
Yeah.
oh, we're good.
We're
Everybody's
free.
good.
We're gonna be
we
cool.
live our
Party
Yeah.
down
lives.
the street.
And then that's
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
again there's
But that's
accidents, all
true,
those
though.
things happen. And again, I'm just wondering, is it just me
No.
that thinks this way? Because I do
No.
sit there, I'm like, I'm gonna drive myself crazy.
But I did hear on the radio though that I think it was on the radio. I forget where I heard it. They said there's more accidents in the winter, but they're not as big as the nice weather, because in the winter they're more like fender, like
You're going slower, so you're just like hit
yeah.
them.
But in the summer,
Yeah.
everyone's just freaking all
That's
over
what
the
I'm
Yeah.
place.
saying. They're all over the
Everyone's
place. And
on-
everybody's just
is
like,
on
oh,
the road.
let's have a good
So
time.
you're right.
And nobody's
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we'll never stop worrying. I don't know, you guys.
I just think it changes.
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
it
As they
does
get
too.
older.
and then you kind of get
So Vic's 21 now, and like she's a really good driver. So when she said she was going to go to Montreal for New Year's,
Mhm.
I was like, yeah. And Alex's dad, he lives out, his parents, like his mom and stuff, live out in Cornwall. So we have done that drive many times, and the roads are not the greatest if you do it in the winter, right?
Where's Cornwall? Sorry, how far is that from me?
It's up there.
It's like about 5 hours,
Oh,
and then
okay, yeah.
Montreal is another 2 hours from there. I believe.
Oh, okay. I don't remember.
So the roads out there during the winter can be pretty
Mm.
crappy.
That's what Mary was saying. remember?
Yeah. So I just said, yeah, be careful. Like I trust Vicky's driving, but as it got closer, because at first I'm like, yeah, like I would rather Vicky drive
Yeah.
than anybody else, right?
Yeah.
And Vicky also does not trust any of her friends driving
Yeah.
to begin with, right? She said unless it's like Carm's her next go-to
Okay,
is the
gotcha.
next go-to.
Yeah.
But once it got closer, that's when I was like, fuck. And I was watching the weather and stuff. And then I just kept saying, be careful. And we all have our kids' locations and stuff. And I don't
Yeah.
check Vic's locations anymore at all because she's 21. I don't
Yeah.
need to be checking on you. But it became
Mm-hmm.
then just to make sure that her car's still moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would pop on and I wasn't feeling well last week. And I was on FaceTime with my sister. She was talking about something. I go, hang on, I'm just going to check where Vic is right now. Like just to see
Yeah,
that her car was still
yeah.
moving. Cause I was like,
Yeah.
it was just, yeah.
How were
And
the roads, though? Did she say, Vicky?
they were, she said there it was fine. She goes, there was snow on the sides, like, but the roads were clear.
Did she go the day before Christmas Eve?
No, New Year's
Sorry, New
Eve.
Year's
Yeah.
Eve?
I think too, right?
Because Maria asked you, right? Because it was really
The
bad.
30th.
Yeah.
She went
Okay,
the
so
30th.
yeah.
And you said there wasn't much.
Yeah.
Yeah, she went the 30th to the 2nd. So coming back, it started snowing again here. So
Oh,
I'm like,
shoot,
oh,
yeah.
be careful. She's like, I will. And yeah, but she was fine. Like, and she generally is fine. But then, like we had witnessed a fatal accident at the end of our street.
Yes, and that's
2 people.
yeah.
So ever
I
since
think
then,
I think that.
I think ever
Yeah.
since then, it's like, because for me, it was like, I don't know if I was telling you or what, I don't remember, but it was like, they literally, the guy was like, oh, I'm just going to go test out my friend's new muscle car. I'll be right back. And he
That was
never,
what
he
this
never
is.
made it
Yeah.
home.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, at an instant, your life can change drastically
Yep.
in any way. Right.
Yeah.
So can I lock her up? No.
No.
I can't
I
lock
know,
them
but I
up.
feel like I live with this fear now constantly.
Yeah.
Like I always had a bit of it, but I feel like ever since that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I live with
That's
this
scary.
fear now.
Yeah.
Like it's all like
Well,
it's-
sure, because
it's
you guys saw
awful.
that
And you
firsthand,
witnessed it.
right?
Yeah.
And I live with it because I don't know. Sometimes I just get
Yeah.
like,
But you
because
had
of
it
that.
happen to you,
Yeah,
so now you have that anxiety of it.
and I'm telling you, the girls are great drivers too.
Yeah.
Chloe and Trina, even Nikki says it.
Yeah,
See,
you
but
know,
we-
everything is
I-
very
it's-
confident.
But I
Everybody
feel
else.
like it's not even them.
No.
No, it's everybody else.
everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Gene says it all the time. He goes, I trust my driving.
Yeah.
It's everybody else on
Yeah.
the road that
Yeah.
I don't trust.
I
right?
agree.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so
100%.
that's
Because you never.
right.
Yeah, I know. And I think, I
And
hear
it
you with
is,
that. And then I
it's
get
no way
scared.
to live. There really is no way to live. But I'm just like,
And it's not
Yeah.
fair to project that
No.
onto them,
no.
right? Because then, do I want to die in silence? Like, do
Yeah.
I want to like suffer in
No.
But
silence?
that's what I'm saying. Sometimes that's one of the things. Like
Yeah.
they don't know how much.
Yeah,
Your
Like they
fear.
hear a small bit of it.
Yeah,
like
I
they
know.
don't know how much I am suffering.
I hear
from
you.
Yeah,
something.
I know.
Right.
yeah.
Like
And
that.
that's
yeah.
one of the things, right?
But I almost feel like the GPS, and I call you out a lot for this,
Yeah.
and I almost feel like it's bad in a way because I know that that's my fail safe. I can go and like just, and then I fixate on where's my daughter? Is she okay? And that's what I did during her drive there and her drive home.
Yeah.
That's not healthy either.
Yeah.
That's not healthy either.
No,
Like,
but you know
because then
what?
like I'm talking to someone, I'm like,
You're
and Billy's
just
like,
a-
well, you just friggin' leave her.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
That's what Dana says to me too. Leave them alone.
Yeah,
I'm
because
like,
we
I'm
didn't
not
have any of
blocking
that,
them. I'm
and I
not
get it.
giving
It can
them-
it can hold some good, but like I call her out a lot because she'll just be like randomly, oh, I'm just gonna see where they
I
are,
do that all the
and
time.
then she'll text. But then she texts them. No, then she texts them. Why are you here? I go, let them be kids.
And I do that too.
I stopped doing that though. That no,
I'm like,
the
let
texting-
them be kids. How many
That-
times did you
that
tell
I
your
stopped
parents you were
doing.
going one place
Yeah.
and went somewhere else?
All the
And that's
time.
the joys of being kids. You
All
get to
the
have
time.
these fun stories.
No, I
Not in Sue's household. She
No,
knows every move.
I
they do.
I stopped doing that. I don't text them of that.
Yeah,
I don't
but-
whatever. I just keep telling them though, can you give me a heads up? Like today,
Yeah.
it was 3:00. They're home by 2:40.
See?
So and I didn't
I'm
go
the
on and
same.
check. Right away though, I did
Yeah.
hello, where are you?
Yeah.
Are you okay? And then Mom, we went to the gym. Okay, could you just
Tell
Let
them.
me
That's what you
know.
were-
That's different.
you just
Yeah.
let me know?
Yeah.
that's all. But
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
I didn't go check. I texted them.
Because
Yeah.
in
Are
your
you all right?
mind, you're thinking
Yeah.
the worst.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I would be.
Yeah.
Like I'm
You know,
not
you
trying
might
to,
raise
but
them.
I'm
Me
like, you're
too, for
always
sure.
home,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they're usually pretty good about telling me.
Yeah.
So they didn't. So that's why.
Yeah.
They probably
So
just
I
forgot.
just said,
yeah.
next time, could you just let me know,
Yeah.
just so I'm not
Send a
whatever.
quick text and
I got one
And-
kid that doesn't tell me
Yeah.
anything. She's just like, go with the flow, and I'll have to text. I didn't even get a Happy New Year's from her. But in our group chat with all of her friends she's in, they're all wishing me happy. Not Vicky. She's living her best life. But Maya's the complete opposite. She would text me to tell me she's in the bathroom if she could. And I'm like, I don't need every little measly detail.
Oh.
But I guess I should hold on to that a bit longer because she
Yeah.
is coming into
Keep it.
her teenage
Yeah,
phase.
yeah.
And I'm like,
It'll
No, I was
change.
thinking, like another one. I don't know, like just how, sometimes I don't like as moms, like the sacrifices we make that nobody sees or whatever, or maybe even just like also the opposite of like your partner.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sitting there at night worrying about
Yeah.
everything,
And they're sleeping?
and they're snoring.
Snoring? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I
And
know.
I'm not faulting them.
no, good for you. Good
God
for you
bless
that you
you.
don't
I
have
guess
that.
you
Yeah.
can't, like
Because
but I
they
don't-
can snore like that because they know that someone
Yeah.
else
and
is
maybe that
picking
is
up
that
the
what
slack.
it is?
I think
Is
so.
that what it is?
I
'Cause
think
I'm
so.
like, how about when they started to get to an age where things started to hurt you and hurt your feelings?
When they get a little mean.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
start getting mean
Ooh.
and stuff, and like
And they don't
I-
know.
and
they don't
now,
realize.
like now being a parent,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll be
Yeah.
like, oh my god, like I don't think
Yeah.
I was a terrible child, but I'm like, there are things now that
Yeah.
come to my mind that I'm like,
Yeah, that you might
oh
have
my
said or
god, that I
done.
might have, and I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah. And then you
because
get- yeah,
now I'm like, how did my mom what was
yeah,
my mom thinking in that time that I said that? That was hurtful.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know that if
Yeah.
like I would be hurt
Yeah.
and stuff. But again, you're
You're in
young,
your own world
selfish,
that you're
not
yeah.
thinking that stuff.
You're
That's
in
not
your
what
own-
you're thinking.
Yeah.
But again, there are moments in time that things happen, and I don't call them out on everything,
No.
but there are, and I'm just like, God, that hurt. And sometimes
Yeah.
it sits with me
Yes.
for days.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does it sit with
Yeah.
you? Like,
Yeah.
does it bother you like
Well,
that
because you
much?
think that I don't know, because it's kind of like I don't
It's
even
like
know. if
history repeating
Yeah.
itself. What I
Yeah.
see from
Yeah.
Christian, because the way I would talk to my mom, because my dad was very easygoing. Just go with the flow, do what you want.
Yeah.
But my mother was the tougher one in the
Yeah.
in the
He
family.
is going to be like you.
Yeah.
So if it would be like, I'm just trying to think of an example. Like I wanted to go somewhere,
Mhm.
and they were strict. They were a little
Yeah.
bit stricter,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
so
know,
am I.
if we
Yeah,
were young,
yeah,
say
yeah.
15. Well, actually, yeah, exactly Christian's
yeah,
age.
yeah.
Actually, maybe I think it was a school dance. It was a school dance I wanted to go to.
I didn't go to a couple
they
of
didn't
them
really
either.
get that
Yeah.
school dances, and I'm like,
Mhm.
everyone's going, all my friends are going. I don't care what your friends do, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So turn this whole thing. So and I think my words were like, I hate you, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
very. It's,
Yeah.
it's easy to come as a teenager, right? And oh my god, I hate you. You're ruining my life. Blah blah blah. I wish I
Yeah.
was dead. And
Because it felt like they were ruining your life.
well, yeah, because you
At
weren't
that
allowed to
time,
do
At
it.
that time,
what
that
was-
is the
that
most
was your
important
life,
thing.
right?
Yeah, it was
that
my
was
life.
life
what was
at the
important
time.
at
What
that
about
time.
you? Yeah.
So I don't know. Me and Christian were having the car.
Mhm.
You know when I worry is when in the summer when he's on his scooter
Mm.
because he refuses to wear a helmet.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
Yeah, you should wear that.
So then we get in this fight constantly. I'm like, then you're not riding your scooter unless you wear a helmet. So I know what he does now. He leaves the house with the helmet on and then he takes it off. Right, I get that. So he wouldn't even take it at all. And I'm like, then you're not going out. Scooter's gone. Blah blah blah. This and that. Forget about it. It's put away. So then he said the same thing to me, and I'm staring at him like, oh my, holy shit! This is a recreation of me,
I told
and
you,
it's
he's like
history
you.
repeating itself.
Yeah.
Like what I did, you're doing because
Yeah.
he's exactly like me.
Yeah. I just remember though when I don't remember what was said,
Yeah.
but I just remember the first time it ever happened where it profoundly hurt me. Because when they're little kids, they say things and you're like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're talking about.
No.
And it never hurt you.
Yeah.
But when it profoundly,
Yeah.
I was devastated. Like I can honestly say, I went to my room.
I don't mean to laugh. I'm so sorry. Because when you said when they were little, I just pictured Gabby walking out the front door when she was little. I'm moving out.
Coming out.
Oh, no, Gabby. Her parents, Gabby, Sue's parents were mortified. Sue's parents are like, and Sue's like, don't worry, she'll be back.
My dad, I'll never forget. My dad was so mortified. He was like, "What?
Yeah.
She would do it all the time." And then that's where the line is that we say, "There's no love in this house."
Yeah, because Gabby would be like, there's no love in this house. I'm moving out.
Anybody listening to this must think, "Oh my God, we're terrible parents."
Yeah, Gabby. Oh God, yeah.
No, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
she-
truth, though.
Back
It was just
and
so silly, but when you said that, it was
all the time. Yeah, I
Sure,
never
it's
forget
like
when
you-
my parents
you-
went.
yeah.
It was just when you were
Witnessed it.
sorry. I know because you're like, I went to my room and I just
Why?
pictured
I
Gabby.
did.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I
That's
didn't
silly.
remember.
Oh no, something stupid. If
Yeah.
we didn't make dinner on time, Gabby was upset.
Oh.
I was starving her.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that.
I,
That's right.
I honestly
Yeah.
don't even remember
No.
why she would do
No,
it.
I don't
No,
know.
but I
Yeah.
know what you mean, though. That's
Yeah.
the,
Yeah.
But I'll never
make it down to the down the street and come back.
I don't think she would make it down the street. I don't even think she'd make
To
it
the end
down
of the driveway.
Yeah,
And she'd be like, nobody's gonna stop me.
Yeah,
Like it was. Yeah, she should have been an actress. That
Yeah.
girl. But yeah.
but
You
I
know,
Anyway,
I just
sorry,
remember,
go on.
No, but I just remember being profoundly hurt. Like you have cut me
Yeah.
to the core. You were
Yeah.
my child.
Yeah.
Oh my
My
God.
God,
I do.
yeah.
I remember going up to my room and
Yeah.
crying for a
Yeah.
while. Like, and again, nobody would know.
No,
Yeah. No.
you keep it
I
to yourself.
kept that to myself.
Yeah.
But yeah. It
Yeah.
was gut wrenching. Like, I don't know. I was
Well,
like,
'cause
oh,
they don't know.
okay, here we are.
They
We're at
can-
this phase
Yeah.
where you can now actually hurt me.
Yeah.
Like,
Words hurt.
They do.
yeah.
Sometimes I
yeah.
would prefer a punch in the face rather than the
You're
words
right.
that people say.
Yeah.
Because that will heal quicker.
Yeah.
A punch
Yeah.
than the words that come
Yeah.
out of some people's
Yeah.
mouth. Yes,
I
words.
wonder though.
Yes,
Well,
words hurt.
Yeah.
but we said a lot to her. Well, I didn't say much.
No,
because
Maria,
I was,
not too much.
I was really. I didn't
Like
really.
it.
I was.
I was a good kid.
I was a good
She
kid.
was.
I don't remember being like that
I
or saying
wasn't,
too much to
yeah.
my parents. It's just sometimes all
Nikki
of a
was
sudden.
a rebel.
No, it wasn't very often. It was just,
No.
I remember the school dance, and I remember when I turned
But I
17, that was
remember
a
the school
bad,
dance
bad
too.
year I gave
Yeah.
my mom. But then after that, you know what? It was kind of like,
I think you were a rebel though. You probably just.
I just
carried
kind of
on.
said, like, this is, not that this
Yeah.
is the way it is. Like, when the bar switched over to
Yeah.
2 o'clock, okay?
Oh
Like,
God,
Mom,
yeah.
listen,
I
the
remember that.
bars are closing at 2 o'clock. I will be home at 3. We're gonna go to Tim's and get a
But they didn't
coffee
like that.
afterward, and then I'll be home by 3,
Yeah.
3:20.
Yeah, but we wanted.
But
to
you gotta go to Tim's and give him any more money. You don't need coffee at 3 o'clock in the morning. I go, but I'm going with my friends.
Yeah.
I'm not driving, so I
Yeah.
have to rely on the ride.
Uh-huh.
But
They
they
don't
didn't
care
care.
at all, she said to me. Then you don't put yourself in
Yeah.
that situation. But I gotta go. This is it. This is what's gonna
Yeah.
happen. I will be home at 3.
Yeah.
'Cause she was like, I don't care if the bar's closed at 4. She
Yeah.
goes, you're not gonna be
She
home
didn't.
at 3.
Yeah.
But I have to go with her.
But
Yeah.
then, because I
Then
talked
we
to her
both get in
differently,
trouble.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I approached this differently. I wasn't mean. I wasn't rude. I wasn't.
Well, you were also probably older and could.
I
and
was
yeah, That's
older.
what I'm saying. It wasn't like you were sitting there. We can now have a conversation
Yeah.
about this. I'm not going to
Yeah.
throw a tantrum
Yeah.
over it. We're going to
Yeah.
have a conversation, right? It's like I look back at my mom. Not that again
Yes.
but I'm just like, oh, you must have dealt with this somewhere, but
Yeah.
in silence
Yeah.
because I never knew about it.
They
It wasn't
probably
like you
dealt with a
came
lot
to
in
me.
silence.
It's not like you came
Yeah.
to
And we
me
had a
and we had
conversation.
a conversation
Yeah.
about it.
But now
I
we
mean,
do, because I will go and I'll be like, hey,
yes.
Yeah.
that friggin' sucks. the way
No,
you just
no,
said.
and I
yeah.
do. I just remember the first time I didn't say, but yes, I
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
We have conversations about it when I'm ready to. I'm like,
Yeah.
But I remember one time, Christian, I don't know, I don't even remember what it was. I was so upset. I called Maria. I was hyperventilating. I was crying
Really?
so much.
Aw.
Because
I
I can't
forget.
remember what
Yeah,
it
that's
was that
what
he
I'm
actually
saying.
said.
Yeah, it's awful.
But I thought, wow, this is what he thinks of me after everything
Yeah.
I've done, everything
Yeah.
to have you I've done. Like, and actually, I was so upset. I even
Yeah.
went to Karma and said, after all the money we
Yeah.
spent
Mm-hmm.
to create this child, and this is
Yeah.
the slap in the face that
But
we
he's
get.
just at that age right now, too.
I know he just, it's his friends. It's all he.
Cares
Yeah.
about right now.
Yeah.
That's their
Yeah.
life now, right? And we
Yeah.
have to try to remember putting ourselves back in that position of when we were that age,
Yeah.
right?
You wanted your
Yeah.
friends, yeah.
Yeah,
And
that
that's
was
what I
our
mean,
lives.
and I
That
get
was the
it.
most
Like,
But
important
our
Yeah.
part.
parents
Like, a lot
wanted
of
us
there's-
at that, right?
Yeah.
So now I get it. When I want to be with, spend some time with him,
Yeah.
my parents
Yeah.
wanted to spend some time with me.
Yeah.
Like when they would say,
Yeah.
"Hey, why don't we go to the mall?"
Yeah.
I can't. I'm going. You know what?
I would go
No,
with
but
them.
you know what? I will tell you. I don't know. Maybe not for every kid or whatever. I will say, like, Gabby's come around. Like before, where
Yeah.
it was always like, "Oh, I'm gonna hang out in my room," and I'm like, "Oh, but I haven't seen you. Why do you come
Mhm.
home? Sit with me. Sit with me and Dad. Watch something with
Yeah,
us." Oh my
yeah.
God, no! And they would always just be in their room. Now
Yeah.
we
She-
actually sit and we
Yeah.
watch shows together.
Yeah.
Like Jane the
Yeah.
other day, we started watching The Bear, all three of us.
The bear.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, but I'm still on the other
Watch
one.
it.
What's it
Anyway.
called? Ozark.
So
Fantastic.
she left, right, for university, and Jean goes, "So this is it?
Oh,
So we gotta wait for her to come back to finish watching it?" And I said, "Yeah."
that's the way
And
we
he
do
looked
it.
at me like, I
Yeah.
go, "Well, yeah." We start watching together, but it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so nice. She just sits down. What are we gonna watch? And
It is
and then
nice.
it's our time. Like it's nice. So it's come
Correct.
Yeah.
around.
But that's
And the
yeah, I love
boys
that.
every so often now, all of a
Yeah.
sudden will sit. They never.
But
either.
but they're at that
And-
age too, though.
right,
now,
they are.
right?
But that's what I'm saying. But now they'll come and they'll sit for a bit, and oh, that's nice. And I
It
don't
is
say anything.
nice.
I'm like, oh,
No,
you're
just
gonna
ignore
sit
it.
here? Yeah, I'm like, okay, we're gonna talk. Okay, let's talk or whatever, and
Just
stuff.
watch TV.
Yeah,
Chloe's always out with me. I can't say
Yeah.
anything. Trina has come out more,
Yeah.
like with me now, but
yeah,
she's always out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Chloe's always with
Yeah.
me, but
Yeah.
I mean, it is nice when I remember always hanging out with our friends too, though, at that age too. Though.
You
Yeah,
want
and
to
that's-
be
you
with
don't
your
think-
friends.
yeah, and I get it. I get it. I
I
don't
won-
begrudge them or
No.
whatever. Any of
Yeah.
that. Like
But I
that's
wonder
what
what
they're
our
supposed
mom- I
to
Just
do.
wonder-
carve a little bit of time in there for me too.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking.
But that's why it's nice now. Like
Vic's
it's
at an
nice
age
now.
where she doesn't want to go anywhere anymore. And
Yeah.
I'm
Nice.
like,
Yeah.
but I'm kicking her out all the time. She didn't want to go to Montreal. I made her go.
Oh,
She's like, Mom, I go, you're going to have FOMO. Go.
Mhm.
She's like, I'm not going to have FOMO. I do not want to be
Yeah.
there. I
She
do
didn't
not want to
wanna
go.
but
She didn't want to go.
Why?
She's older now.
Yeah,
so now
it's
she's got other
different.
priorities, getting ready for going back into school, having her placement at the
Well,
hospital. So she's just like,
She's
Yeah.
different.
Yes.
Right now, I get that. Yeah.
So she's just like, I don't want to go. I don't want to do this. And then today got a call and her friends were like, hey, we're on our way to Sarah's. Like, come meet us there. She's like, no. And I'm going, she'll be there. And I'm yelling from upstairs.
Did she go?
Yeah. Well, they wanted to come here. And she's like, absolutely not. And then I'm yelling, it's fine. You guys can come here. She's like, my mom's sick. You can't come here. And I'm like, it's fine. And then when she hung out, I go, why are you so mean? She goes, if they come here, then they'll never leave.
Uh-huh.
I want to be able to leave when I want to leave and
yeah.
go
I get
home. If
that,
they come
though.
here and now I'm stuck with
not
them.
be with them.
And
I'm
I
like,
love
Vicky. So she's out of the hangout all
Yeah.
the time phase. Whereas when she was a teenager, it was like I never saw her.
Yeah.
Didn't know what she looked like.
Yeah.
Didn't know when she'd be
That's
home.
what I'm saying.
Right?
It's nice. Like it eventually goes a little bit the other way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Yes.
it sure it goes for
Yeah.
circle.
As they
It does.
get
It just
older,
takes
it's
a little
turn.
bit.
It does.
right?
It takes
Yeah.
a little bit of time.
Yeah.
When they get older,
I
too.
guess that my next question is have you ever like talked to them about like maybe dreams or like that you've had for yourself or goals, aspirations that never came to be, or you know, when you were younger, things you wanted to do and never happened or whatever. Like like, do you have those conversations, or like, have you had those like with others, like, like parents, or aunts, uncles, things like that, like the other generation, to find out? Because I
Yeah,
feel like
I get
sometimes we don't talk about that stuff, and nobody really tells you. And again, it's something that it's here.
We're just mom. Our job is mom.
Yeah, it's here,
Yeah.
and nobody really talks about that kind of stuff. That, what, my job was mom, but
Yeah.
before you were mom,
Yeah.
you might have had some goals,
Yeah.
aspirations, things.
We
that
had a
didn't
life.
happen. Hey,
Well, we
right,
still do.
but that's what I'm saying. So to them, they
well,
just look at it, your mom.
yeah.
They don't. So I'm thinking to myself, with my mom, I don't think I've had that conversation before she became a mom.
Did
Like,
she have
did
goals?
she have
Yeah.
goals? Did she have other goals
Mhm.
aside from having a family and whatever?
What did she
What
want to do?
did she
something
wanted
else?
to
Yeah.
do something else? Like what? Like, I never. I'm
I've had
saying,
that
like,
talk.
having that kind of talk. Like,
I had that talk with the kids because I always, but not because I think not because the kid, well, because I'm an early childhood educator, but then I wanted to go back for teachers college. And I don't remember. I think then we got married, and then I had kids, and then
life happened.
and then that was it. Because I do.
And you were
I
mom.
wish I would
Yeah,
have come back.
then you became a
to
mom.
college, too.
Yeah,
'Cause
but that's what
back
I'm
then,
saying.
Yeah.
Like, do they know
They
that?
know that. Yeah, but I talked to them about that because
Yeah.
at the time, before, of course, it was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You could have you took early childhood education, and then you didn't have to take like a lot, like I think it was a year or two or whatever, do some other courses or whatever. Like before, it was different.
Yeah.
And I always told them that. I wish I would have continued and went for.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
talk about that with them
Yeah.
as they're now
Yeah.
going for their career, right?
Do you ever talk to Christian about that, or is it still just because of his age?
But my goals?
Yeah.
You know what? No.
No.
No, I
Or
talked
things
to
you
him.
Are you
used to
sure? Because
your-
when you talk to him about his, and then you go on to yours, no?
Oh,
You do, because you always say,
Yeah, that
what do
might
you
go
want to do
hand
when
in
you're going to
hand.
school? And then you say, I want,
I did. Just because he's not one for school, so I'm trying to motivate him a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I just try to explain to him, like, I kept upgrading, because when I had my other job at Copley, they would send you up for school for courses.
Yeah.
which is good.
So I upgraded a lot. That's where I got a lot of my computer skills.
Mhm.
And before I was before I got married, maybe in my 20s, whatever, we had locations everywhere. So we had a location in New York.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody thought I was really good at speaking. Like they
Mhm.
thought I was like I'd be good at sales. I wasn't in sales. My
Mhm.
job, I was doing clerical, and I'm like, what? Do you want me to go into sales?
You
And-
know what? I could kind of see it though.
Really?
I remember this.
I actually
New
could
York
kind
job.
of see it.
I've never seen it. I still don't see it.
Oh, I
but-
could
I
be
see
sales.
it.
So they said, you'd be great. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you want me to go where? So they wanted me to go, I would be living in New York. And I'm like,
Oh my god!
I was young. I was early 20s, maybe, I don't know.
I don't
Let's say
remember. I just remember this.
23,
Yeah, I
24.
do
That's a
remember
whole different life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could have been a whole
Yeah.
different
A whole
life.
Totally.
different life.
But I didn't want to leave
Yeah.
my family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's a
didn't
whole-
want to. I talked to my mom
No.
about this. Oh, no, you can't go there. You got to stay here.
Yeah.
Your family's here.
Yeah.
Everybody's
I think
here.
that's the
That's
only
the old
time
generation.
yeah, but I think that's the only time I've ever spoken to them about that kind of stuff, is to tell them, I'm not going to hold you back. As much as I want
Yeah.
you here
Yeah.
with me and whatever,
Yeah.
take those opportunities.
Yes.
Yeah.
They come once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
Take them so you don't regret it
That's
or
right.
whatever.
Yeah.
Because I will say, yes, I wish that opportunity. I would have gone to New York in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I didn't want
Well,
to
you
go.
know what?
Oh,
regret?
you didn't have any regrets? You don't have any regrets?
Oh, I do now.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like
Oh, I have so many regrets. My
I
life would have been
wish-
completely different if I would have taken
Yeah.
that.
if it hadn't
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, my life would have been
And
completely
mine too, because I
different.
would have moved out there.
been, yeah,
My
if it
life
hadn't
would have been
if it
completely
hadn't been
different.
New York, at least like at the time I was younger and stuff, not had kids or whatever, I would have liked to have lived at least in Toronto for a couple of years. Not that I
Yeah.
would. That's where
Just
I would like
get that
to-
experience.
just to be
Yeah.
like in that
Yeah.
environment or whatever.
Yeah.
Not that I would stay there.
Yeah.
But yeah, just again, young. You're
Yeah.
young.
Do what
You're
you
young
yeah,
once.
travel, enjoy.
Right? And enjoy
Yeah.
and not worry about all.
Well,
So
so different when you get married.
Yeah, it would have been.
exactly.
Now I
Not
look
even
back.
getting married.
exactly.
It
so
would have
that's
been a
what I
great
talked to
opportunity.
them
Yeah.
about. is that kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
I do too. I say
Is
enjoy
if
your
those
life.
opportunities come, take
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Take them.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
of course, and they should.
definitely.
No matter how much you want to keep them with you, carry on. I say.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, this
Yeah.
is different.
Right?
Our parents
Oh
are
my God,
European,
totally.
Tanya,
Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
Tanya, we
Right,
haven't
I
heard
get
from you
it.
for a bit.
No. I have nothing to say. I'm just like, yeah, no, you're right. Like,
No, but
this
it's
is a
true, yeah.
different time
Yeah.
than it was
Yeah.
back then.
Well, because
Sure.
old school, and if you have old school,
And they don't
parents, like-
believe in that stuff.
No.
Yeah.
No, and they wanted to keep us the
Close.
family unit,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
what are you going to do in New York? I'm going to work. Well, can't you work?
Yeah,
didn't
they
get
don't
it.
understand.
They didn't
that.
understand why
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
Like, did you lose
Yeah.
your job?
Yeah.
I didn't lose my job.
Yeah,
It's just,
it was different.
It
it
was
was
different,
different.
yeah.
And number one, I was scared. I didn't
Yeah.
want to. I didn't want to.
I don't think
the big
Though what I
change.
like, what makes me sad is still to this day is my mom says, my mom says, for herself anyway.
Yeah.
She's like, I think I was destined to always live away from my family. Like,
Oh,
well, because they left Angola, right?
yeah,
They went
yeah.
to Portugal, and then they left, like Portugal.
yeah.
Most of the family stayed there. She came here with my dad. That was it, and then
Yeah.
had us. Like it was, like you know what I mean, like,
Yeah.
and then had to start a whole life. here.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then I got married. I
And
stayed in
you-
Hamilton. She's an hour away. She goes, I feel like
Mhm.
I've been destined to
live
never
away.
be with my family. So
Aw.
that, yeah,
That's
that
sad.
makes
That
me
is.
sad.
That would make
That
me
is
that makes
sad.
me sad. So that makes me sad. At the same time that I'm telling my kids, no, take the opportunity. Then I'm like, oh my God, am I going to be like that? Like, am I going to be like, oh, but are you
No,
not going
I
to live
don't.
near me? Because my mom's always lived like an hour away.
Yeah.
Right? Like, are you never going to be near me either? Like,
It's hard, right?
So I worry
Yeah.
about that a bit now
yeah,
too.
me too.
Because
I
I'm like,
know.
I would like them to
To
stay.
stay close.
Because when I had kids when they were younger,
Yeah.
and I saw these families, how they were like, oh, so and so lived
Yeah.
a block away.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were just like, they were always on my house, like near
Yeah.
the grandparents.
Some
Yeah.
years were
Whereas-
far away,
And my parents would come up a lot,
but still,
but again, they
were.
were an hour away, right?
That's hard. That
so
is
it
hard.
is. So
When you have kids too, and you have
Yeah.
young kids,
right,
you need to be like we
Yeah.
moved up closer to everybody.
Yeah, and she was just in Winona.
but nobody. But it was far. No.
yeah.
But on like it was hard for. It was far. It wasn't far, but it's just we moved
Farther
closer.
than what
And
you
my
wanted
parents
it to
said
be.
when we found the house over
Yeah.
here, that's good that you're 5 minutes away from Nikki because you two will be like we're unfortunately
Right.
one day gonna
Yeah.
pass away. God
Yeah.
bless, which they did,
Yeah.
and we miss them dearly. But
yeah.
I was only 7 minute drive from their house and 2 seconds from Nikki. They're like,
Yeah.
it's better you move close because we
Yeah.
were looking by my parents too, where our old high school, where our old
Yeah.
grade school was. They built new homes in Cecilia, and we first looked over there. Well, we looked over there. They were building new homes, but then we found this one, and it was close to Nikki's. And I said, I have to be close to Nikki because it's
Yeah.
important. So that's hard.
So you had had
Yeah.
your house first?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
Okay.
a
got
year
it
before,
first,
I think. But that's very difficult.
Yeah.
Because how to be far away, especially I found when and Nikki, I'm sure too, right? I was always there when I was in the hospital when Chris was born.
Yeah.
Me and my mom went there in the fog. I couldn't even see where I was driving to in the middle of the night. Right? What time was it again?
1209.
And me and my mom, I picked up my mom and we scooted down to the hospital. I think you need that, and that's so hard.
Yeah.
That is
Mhm.
very.
That's why I keep like I'll think, okay, they were an hour away.
Yeah.
When I needed them,
and
they
so
would always
many-
come.
yeah,
But
yeah.
her, like
Yeah.
overseas away, like from her parents.
How hard
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
that?
Right? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
didn't. She came here. My dad has they have a couple of cousins. That was it.
That's
Like
it,
we
though.
didn't.
Yeah, so
Right?
They're
Yeah.
So
back then, I tell
my
you, they're
mom
stronger.
was alone. She
Yeah.
had us. Like that
That
was
right.
right. So
And I think
I'm
ours,
like,
they came here,
yeah.
they got married, and they already passed away.
Yeah.
Everybody, our grandparents.
Yes.
I
So
think that was also the reasoning for like the whole
move and
wanting
everything.
wanting to have children because Tandy knows this. Like
Mm.
I, for a long time, was like, I'm not having kids.
Oh,
I just
you're,
I knew that I would get there. It took me a very long
Yeah, that's
time.
okay,
It wasn't
though.
something
Yeah.
that was on my like. I know a lot of people get married and that's what they want. They want
Yeah,
to have kids.
yeah.
And I just never.
yeah.
I was never that person. And then all of a
Because
sudden,
Jean was first,
yes,
and you were like, no.
yeah.
Yeah.
She wanted first
Oh,
kids?
of course. Yeah, yeah. And then I think it was my my dad like had to do some tests for some things. Thank God everything
Yeah.
was fine.
Yeah.
But ever since then, I was like, my mom was like, see, if something had happened though,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like we have you. Like
Yeah.
we have you and your brother
Yeah,
to
yeah.
lead like and I'm like, you not having children, it's going to be lonely. It'll get lonely
Yeah.
after a while. Like as much and I'm not saying that people who don't have kids or
No,
whatever.
I
I'm
know,
not,
I know.
That is definitely
No.
not what I'm talking about. It's just I started to realize the importance
Of having kids.
of having kids and
Get you.
and wanting children and
Yeah.
stuff and just like seeing it down the road going, oh
Yeah.
no, I think I do want kids.
Yeah.
I like, yeah, I like when I'm older and
Mhm.
stuff that there's someone there. And
Yeah.
so it's, yeah, I don't know. It's just that was me, but yeah.
So I
Yeah.
like it's no secret I don't have a good relationship with my mom, but no, I was just thinking like the whole you guys were talking about like living close to parents and stuff like that. Like I have my in-laws behind me,
Mhm.
and that's fine. Like we don't see them all the time.
Mhm.
The thing is like we're busy too. We both work like a lot, right? Like everybody's busy,
Mhm.
so we don't see them all the time. Billy's there right now with
Mhm.
Maya, but my dad and stuff, he lives further away, and I see as he's getting older,
Mhm.
I'm noticing because I do talk to him on FaceTime, and thank God for FaceTime nowadays, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like he is getting older, and I just look at it and I'm like, crap, man, I'm the only one. I'm like, Dad, you sure you don't have any other kids out there somewhere? Because if something happens to you, it's all on me. Like
Yeah.
I'm the one holding them, like holding
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
But that does worry me as he's getting older. That's something, and I had said to Billy, like, we're watching our parents. Like my father-in-law had just had
Mhm.
a port put in,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
What is that?
Pacemaker.
Pacemaker put in,
Mhm.
and luckily everything's great. But now, like, we're just seeing things happening as they get older,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that's when your kids need to step
Mhm.
in and do their part. Sorry,
Mhm. Oh, no.
do their part, and
Mhm.
you know, whether that be
Yeah.
Billy at the hospital for the week with him, whatever the case may be. And I may not get along with my mom, and I had said this to Billy. I don't wish any harm on anybody, and I am not an animal. If I got a phone call from her saying, you know, I'm stuck, I can't move, I'm stuck somewhere and no one's home,
Yeah.
I would go
Yeah.
pick her up, put her down and where
Yeah.
she needs to be,
Yeah.
make sure she's fine, and I would go home
Yeah.
because I'm not a horrible person.
Yeah.
But
You're very kind.
I hate that my dad's still even an hour away.
Yeah.
I have a great my Zia Tina takes care of a lot of the stuff, but it's just like
Yeah.
crap, right? So it is hard having them
It's
live
hard.
further
That
away.
must be difficult. I'm happy I have my mother-in-law who's close,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
she's awesome.
yeah,
Which she watches us all the time too. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
say that to her.
Yeah.
I know she's
Yay.
amazing too, and
Yeah.
she comes through for everything. Too.
Yeah,
If I need
yeah.
her, she's always helping me.
Yeah.
So that's nice too, though.
Shout out Sherry.
Shout out to Sherry.
Shout out to Sherry.
We love you, Sherry.
But yeah, I
But
just
I get that. It's hard.
it's hard watching them get older, right, and being farther away.
I'm
So
sure
yeah,
you'd like to be closer to your dad too, right? Like, you know what I mean? If he was closer, you.
I would see him a lot more, and I do
Yeah.
see him on
Yeah.
FaceTime every week, sometimes a couple times a week, but it's still not the same, for sure,
Yeah.
not the
No,
same, right?
but-
So
Thank God for FaceTime, like you
That's
say,
true, though.
right?
yeah,
FaceTime
You
is
can
awesome.
see
Yeah.
him
Yeah.
through FaceTime at least, right?
yeah. Social
FaceTime's
media has come a
awesome.
long way.
Yeah.
And you don't because you don't go out there to where he is often, right?
No, not as much anymore. Ever since
No.
COVID, like with my
Yeah,
nonna, she's
yeah.
really like secluded.
Well, yeah, I get that too. Because
Getting
she's
older and doesn't, yeah. Like she, I believe, was the first OCD person in our family. Like no, realistically, because now it's come out so much more after like her getting older and like after COVID, she's just like, no, I and now that she can't move a lot, she's like, I can't have people here because I can't serve them, and then I have to clean up after. So we just try to make it easy
I
on her.
get that.
Yeah.
So we all just do a quick pop in 15 minutes on occasions and then 15, 20 minutes. I think I stayed an hour and a half on Christmas Eve, and you could see it on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, my kids were just sitting. Nobody
Yeah.
was doing. My kids are older now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All three of them were just kind of sitting there. Alex and Vicky were playing Connect Four.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, and you could just see it on her. There was just a lot of people.
Yeah.
and it was just us and then my Z
Yeah.
by my Zio Michael. But I'm just like, okay, guys, pack it up because we were gonna go to Tina's anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you could tell, and I don't want to stress her out.
Yeah.
Well, this is it, right? They're at that. Well, how old is she?
91 on the
Oh, bless her.
27th. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
Do you feel that it's important to tell your kids or ask again elders
Yeah.
about like just even childhood stories, like or like things that
Absolutely.
happened to them,
yeah,
like you know, like
Oh, of course.
just things like do you talk to your kids like that? Like,
Absolutely.
Do you tell them? Do you
Yep.
give them stories
I
about when
do.
you were
All the
growing
time.
up?
all the time.
You- I just feel like
Yeah.
I do, but now that my parents are older, I feel like I have to start maybe writing things down, that there are things that I would like to know that
Yeah.
I don't know or that I
Mhm.
haven't asked. And I feel like then, heaven forbid, when they're gone,
Yeah.
like I like
Important, I
then
think you
right.
should. Yeah.
And I'm just like sitting here reflecting on this now that
Yeah,
we're sitting here, and I'm
yeah.
just like, yeah, I think there are things that
Yeah.
but yeah, but I know like there's things that you tell, but I just feel like it's not. I don't know.
No, but like even
You talk, but then sometimes
not
you
about
don't
this
talk
kind of stuff.
about-
You
Yeah,
don't talk about this kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
stuff. And
yeah.
I
My
feel like we
mother-in-law-
lost it.
my-
It's lost a bit.
Yeah.
my mother-in-law tells me stories about like when she was in India and how she had to come here on her own and stuff
Yeah.
at 18. Like,
Yeah.
but I've never really heard a lot from my family, and it seems like every funeral we have, I
Yeah.
find out more and more
Mm.
about each story about this
Mm-hmm.
person who's passed away and how it intertwined and the stuff my dad did with
Yeah.
him. You know,
Uh-huh.
his cousin had
Yeah.
just passed, and
Yeah.
and then they're just telling me stories. I'm like, wow, that's pretty funny, or that's really
Yeah.
cool. Like I didn't know all that,
Mm.
right? So definitely, I've sat my kids down. Obviously age appropriate, but again, I have not had like the best upbringing with my
Mhm.
mom. So Alex and Vicky both know everything bad I've ever done and anything I could tell them, because I always want them to hear it from me, and I always
Yeah.
want to be honest
Yeah.
with my kids.
Which is important.
And eventually mine will know too when she's of
Yeah.
age.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I want the fun stories like
Yeah.
that I've done, the things I've done that's
Yeah.
like, oh, never got caught for
I
that.
just
Like
feel like
I just want
Yeah.
them to know that.
I
too.
feel like my grandparents, I would like they would tell us a lot of the stories.
Yeah.
They would tell us a lot of things, and then I feel like it kind of went down after that. Like,
But do
you
you
know, I would
think-
hear things from my mom here and there,
Yeah.
but like I said, there are certain things that
You
I'm like,
don't-
oh, and then I'm like, there are things I don't think my kids know about my parents that
Yeah.
I wish that they did. Like, and I'm saying this only because yesterday, Aiden had to do a thing for English, and he interviewed my mom. It was about a book that he read and then he had to do similarities about stuff. And I said, you should talk to Vava because of her resiliency. She had to come from Angola, leave.
Yeah.
They had to flee,
Yeah.
and then they went to Portugal, and then they came here and started all brand new. They had nothing with them. So her resiliency and all that kind
Yeah.
of, it mimics the story that you read, blah, 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 and stuff. So they sat there. So I think he learned some things from her
See,
and
that's
stuff.
so nice.
But that's, I feel like we haven't done a lot of that.
yeah.
And I feel like we should but I think maybe sometimes it's because the phones get in the way or
Yeah, or the
light gets in the
TV.
way.
Yeah,
So
no, I get that.
I feel
You're
like
right.
it's dying. Like I feel like when it was my grandparents, we did sit around. You sat
Yeah.
around a table, you had coffee, and you
Yeah.
just sat there. Like even my older,
Aunts and
like
uncles,
aunts and uncles,
Yeah.
you did that, and I feel like that's kind of gone. So
Yeah.
you don't do it as much.
Yeah, you're right.
So
Yeah.
I feel, I'm just like, there's certain things but I think there are things that my kids do not know about their grandparents.
Yeah.
And I feel like, no, that's sad.
Yeah,
I feel like I
yeah.
need to talk about it more. But I feel like there's things like my grandmother, like my mom's mom,
Yeah.
she died very young. I was 2 years old.
Okay.
So, and my mom, I think out of protection in the sense that she's so like, it's
Hurt
still,
by it?
that she doesn't talk about it.
Uh,
So she'll say things here
Yeah,
and there,
yeah.
but there are things, right?
yeah.
So I'm just like, oh, I should ask her, right? Things.
I think
So
it
nice to
would
hear
make
those
your
stories.
parents happy too.
Yeah. Well,
To bring it-
also
talk about it,
because
yeah.
then, again, life is so busy. You just
Yeah.
feel like they're forgotten about a bit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I do.
So that's
And-
a thing
yeah,
too. So yeah, it's like honestly, my mom, thought it was the best thing in the world yesterday when her grandson interviewed her.
That is so. See,
So
that's sweet.
that's what I mean.
That's
So I think
awesome.
yes, like talking
Of
about it.
course, she probably
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah, she did. She was like, my English though, whatever. I wish we had gone through it. I didn't know that he was recording it. So that was even
okay.
funnier. Afterwards, she was laughing her head off.
Yeah.
She's like,
Her little
I don't
accent.
know, like whatever. Like that. So it was so funny. But I'm like, he recorded it? She goes, yeah, he had to record it. And she
Okay.
goes, so I wish she had prepped me a little bit more
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. And I go, well, Mom, but at the same time, maybe he could have prepped you and then you still would have.
Yeah.
not
Maybe
been-
it's better. Just
maybe
being
it's
on the
be-
spot.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but then he's like, Vava, it's okay. It's okay.
Aw.
Like, so she was like, I think there was parts in there that maybe I said stuff in Portuguese. Because it's okay. I'll explain in English.
Yeah,
It's fine. Like this and stuff. But it was funny. So she,
That's
but I think
cute.
that she
That's
thought
awesome.
that
Of
was
course she
cool.
did.
Like, so.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
That's
Because she
awesome.
got to
That
talk
is-
about, again,
Yeah.
her past, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that I didn't really hear.
Her questions were coming from her grandson. So
Yeah.
she loved it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, I don't know. Like, they yes, they know that we were born in Angola. They
Yeah,
know that,
yeah.
But I don't think that they
Yeah,
know all of
yeah.
all of the struggle
The his-
then that
yeah,
happened.
yeah.
Like what happened afterwards and stuff, right? When
For
Portugal
sure.
gave independence. So
Yeah.
So I think to him was kind of like interesting.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
told my mom I need to listen to, like I wanted him to
Yeah.
play it for me so I could hear it.
Do
But
you
yeah.
play it or no?
No, I haven't yet.
I wish I didn't have a language barrier like with my like the kids,
Yeah.
because when the war was going on and she was like 6, she had to live in a mountain in a little hut, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
she got pulled from school. She had to live there for like 2 years.
Mhm.
This is
in
in
this-
Nonia?
Yeah, in a mountain in Italy,
Yeah.
right? And I'm just
So that's
like,
this book.
holy crap!
Yeah.
Yeah.
On like literally on what? You're not on a mattress. I don't know what you're saying. And you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
they're
the
rough
kids
life.
don't get to
Yeah,
know
right.
these things.
No.
So that's the thing because the book was
Right.
it was a book that I read. Oh my god, The Nightingale.
Okay.
Okay.
Fantastic book. It's
Okay.
about World War II, Italy.
Yeah.
Like
Ah.
about 2 sisters. So he had to read. It was a list, and he's like, and I go pick that one. At least Mom
Yeah.
could help you,
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So anyway, so he read it, and that's why he had
That's
to.
the whole- yeah.
and about resiliency
Yeah.
and what
Yeah.
they went through and stuff.
Oh
So
my God,
that's
I think
the
that's
thing.
fantastic.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so that's why it was really cool. But yes,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
them. It was in Italy.
My
They
dad
were-
said
they
like
were-
when they were finally able to go back down to their house,
Mhm.
there was nothing left in it because people had now like taken what they could
Yeah.
and stuff. Right.
this was
like,
the Nazis had taken her stuff. She was in Italy and they had
Yeah,
taken all of her
it's
stuff.
it's
like,
just
right?
insane, right? And
Yeah.
I'm like, I wish she could sit down and tell my kids.
Yeah.
Now, my dad can translate,
Yeah,
my aunts
yeah.
can translate, but still, it's not the same, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
do. I wish that they could hear more from her,
Yeah.
and I want more stories from her, like just her, right?
Yeah,
like,
that's
because
what I'm saying. Like I feel like,
Yeah,
it's
I
so
think that's-
nice,
of
right? While
course.
they're still here.
And
right?
Yeah,
Like,
very true.
That's the thing. So,
I started on FaceTime with her on the weekends. I started recording it because so I can have her face,
Yeah.
or so I could, because like we don't take a lot of pictures. We
Mhm.
took a family one. I made everybody take a family one at
Yeah.
Christmas Eve,
Yeah.
but we don't do a lot of that stuff in my
Yeah.
side of the family.
Yeah. But I feel
And I
like
wish
we
we
don't, like,
did.
okay, as much as we like they do a selfie.
Yeah,
we
but they don't
don't,
think
like-
to do those kinds
Yeah.
of pictures
Mhm.
anymore.
Yeah.
You know, where we used to have an actual camera.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yes, you had,
Yeah.
and now you don't
Mine's a
do
bit
it
more
as much.
morbid. Like my reasoning, I'm like, oh
I
my
get-
god,
yeah.
I've been to a lot of funerals and they
Yeah.
have this slideshow going, and I'm
Yeah.
going, we don't have any fucking pictures.
Oh, okay.
What
I
if somebody
see.
dies in our
Yeah.
family? Not just mine, no, like anybody. I'm like,
Yeah.
we don't have any pictures.
Mhm.
Oh my god! Of all the times we do get
Yeah.
together, right?
Yeah, so take more.
So just
try
take
and
more pictures
yeah.
with the people that you love,
Yeah.
right? And then you have them for your memories too.
Yeah, we did that too. We did
Yeah.
that, me and Nikki, with our parents. Before
Yeah.
that. Like
Yeah.
we started taking. Well,
Yep.
we took so many pictures.
Yeah.
I forget who told us it, but somebody said it to us.
Yeah.
That lost their.
'Cause that's all you have. after
Yeah.
that.
I forget
for
who
sure.
it was, and they're just like take
For
pictures,
sure.
and we took tons.
And I recorded her saying "I love you" like on
Ah.
FaceTime. So like I want
Yeah, 'cause
those
then
things
you have those
recorded.
memories,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, this is
Yeah.
look at our conversation. I know.
I know.
Good.
I know.
Sorry.
Kind of took a turn
It's
here.
okay. It's okay.
But
It's all
yeah.
good.
But yeah. I
Yeah.
wish they knew. I think it's better that we talk to them more than
Yeah.
because our parents didn't, like you said.
Yeah.
No,
Our
you
parents
would-
never told us about
Yeah.
their silent struggles, right?
No.
Whereas I feel like nowadays we have more conversations with them than
Yeah.
like, hey, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're more open.
yeah,
we're
I
not-
feel like I do a lot for you and I do the best I can. And
Yeah.
that really hurt when you said that. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, totally.
and
Totally.
it just gives them a minute. Luckily, Maya is a complete opposite. She'll say whatever, storm off to her room, and then within about 15, 20 minutes,
Mhm.
she's back out.
Yeah.
Mom, I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
I did not mean that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll take it. 'cause
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
have that.
yeah.
Vicky doesn't apologize. She's me.
Yeah.
She doesn't
Oh,
apologize for
yeah.
nothing.
Okay.
No, like no,
Yeah.
they'll come. They usually will eventually come back around. Like, and
Yeah.
I will get an apology
Yeah.
or whatever and stuff.
Mine too. They don't.
But yeah, but
I
not
do not.
realizing,
But
not
everybody-
realizing
I
that
wouldn't
they're.
have
I don't.
apologized.
But
either.
either
Yeah,
would
I wouldn't have
I would
apologized.
stand my ground.
Yeah, so I can't
Yeah.
really freaking say anything. Or I'll be like,
Yeah.
you didn't even apologize. She'll be like, but you know I didn't mean it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, I can't just assume that you
Yeah.
didn't mean it this time. All right, like, you know.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Definitely.
it's not written in the. If it was written in the
Yeah.
handbook, I would have probably rethought becoming a mom. I think because it drives like all the things, the staying up late, wondering if they're home safe, like all that stuff. It's really stressful.
Oh yeah. Takes years off your life, for God's sake.
I believe it does. I
No,
believe
I
it
think
does.
it has.
I believe it does, and I
believe
believe that that's
I think
probably
it
why
does.
men
Oh,
look
it
to be
does.
less stressed
Yeah.
than us half the
I
time.
of course,
so.
you they please, of course they're less stressed. We are the ones dealing with it.
Well, it's because we take on the emotional overload
Yes.
of
we
everything.
yeah,
that they
we
don't.
take on that,
I think
right?
we are more
Right?
emotional than
Yeah.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't.
Okay, guys, thanks for listening. That wraps up another get together. Please like and subscribe. And
And if you have any questions or anything that
Yeah.
you want us to talk about, definitely
Yeah.
you can put them in the comments. And
for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Have a
thank
good
you.
one.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.